5, 4.
Close the door!
That is so loud, Edward.
Hello, I'm not Barbara Walters. Tonight, we have an extraordinary interview with John from SPACE City Chronicles. We're really going to get into it. There will be a lot of ins, a lot of outs, and a lot of what have you. He tells me all about his life, all about the show, and more. So, join us as we cut to the interview. Welcome, John.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's good to know. Not that you asked, but I'm fine too.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not Barbara Walters.
Oh, okay, yeah. We talked about that in the pre-interview, I think. You said you were pretty adamant that you weren't Barbara Walters.
Oh, that was actually Barbara Walters.
Okay, well, someone was in my trailer, and it didn't really look like you, so I was kind of confused that you sat down, but I believe that you are who you say you are, so...
Indeed so. So,
right.
Shall we begin?
Let me exhale, like, a little bit first.
Mind if I join you?
Yeah. No, don't. Let me do it. Okay, let's, I'm ready. Okay, so, yeah.
All right. So, what won't you talk about, and why?
My life, because I don't think it's any of your business, and I'm a little reticent to talk about the show.
As you said in the pre-show, we were going to talk about John's life, but at the beginning of the interview, he was hesitant to talk about it. You'll see what happens next.
Why do you keep turning like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd gotten a little more sleep last night. I'm really tired for this. Another thing I regret is that I left my water over there. But other than that, I think, you know, it's pretty good here, right?
John is a man of many regrets. As you can see, they hold him back from his true potential.
You're turning things that I say around in weird ways.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well...
Let us continue, shall we?
Sure.
I understand that you have a childhood. What's that like?
I don't currently have a childhood. I had a childhood.
What happened to it?
Well, it's a little difficult to talk about, but...
Why is that?
Well, I mean, you know, we all had childhoods and then kind of, you know, avoided answering the question about our childhoods. You know, that's a common thing to happen when you're young, and then you find yourself in an interview about your childhood and you're not quite sure where it went, and it's a little sad.
I'd like to remind you that this is not an interview about your childhood. It's simply an interview which contains a question about your childhood.
Sure. But I felt like you were going to go there a lot more.
I did say that we were going to cover a lot of things.
Yeah, it's true. Cool.
Well, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about SPACE City Chronicles.
Well, it's a show, and we're doing it.
What are we doing?
You know.
I thought we were having an interview.
Yeah, it's a good show. I think you should watch.
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
You know, we had all sorts of adventures and calamities that befall us. Last week was a little strange. I think everyone agrees that it was a different episode. But you know what? We got a plan this week. We're coming back strong. We got a lot of energy. We got a lot of positive attitudes. We got our band back together. You know, I think this is going to be a solid episode, and I really do.
John's optimism belies his intense fear that everything will go horribly wrong and we won't be able to
hold up.
continue the show.
See, he's doing it again. You're doing it right now in front of me.
I'm not doing anything. We're having an interview.
It's a little insulting, frankly. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to give, like, honest interviews, and you keep twisting my words and make me sound like some kind of idiot.
There's 4 walls in this room. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Anyway, I have a few more questions for you if you don't mind.
Okay.
Now, do you have a philosophy by which you live?
Nah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Pretty good way to live.
What is the biggest misconception about you?
That I like doing this.
By which you mean that you don't really like doing this?
No, it's a misconception that I don't like it. People sometimes think I don't. That's the big misconception.
Fascinating. What is television?
It's this thing we're trying to do, but
No, I mean, what are these boxes that I see everywhere?
well, it used to
I don't
be,
understand what
used to be
television
cathode
is.
ray tubes that would send a signal. You'd receive it, but it's sort of digital now, I think. Yeah, but it's an interesting concept. I thought that you would have known more about it, seeing as you work in it. But
Again, I don't know what you're referring to.
okay.
John doesn't seem to understand the
All right,
concept
this is
of
ridiculous.
television.
I'm tired of this. He's just twisting my words. I thought this would be a funny bit, and it's been kind of a funny bit, but he's making me look like a jerk. So anyway, that's it. Interview is over. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. Bye. Bye.
Good evening. I've been not Barbara Walters, and as you can see, John is John. Good night.
Stop it! Stop doing it! You're doing it again! Oh. That ended abruptly. Or didn't. Where am I looking? Hello? Hello? Hello?
You're looking at camera one.
Welcome to
Now you're looking
Space City Chronicles. I'm your host, John. Next to me is my co-host.
Ryan.
Behind us, we got Frog with Vincent Sebo.
What up?
Yo, this week we have a special topic. We actually got a topic this week. We're talking jobs, bad jobs, good jobs, funny jobs, crazy jobs. Call in with your weird job stories at 713-807-1794. It's not called All About Jobs. It's jobbing, but that's okay. And we're just gonna get into it. Before you call in, if the story you're about to tell could potentially get you fired or have you arrested, try to stay anonymous, okay? And don't implicate anyone specific. I think that's a good call.
Indeed so. I think you should also stay away from, well, actually nothing else. Talk about anything you want so long as it doesn't get you fired or anyone else in trouble.
Or if it's like no commercial messages, obviously.
Or
and
if it's crude or rude or in any way inappropriate, mask the bad language, hint at it. We want suggestion. We don't want explicit language.
I mean, I do, but we're not allowed to have it.
That's right.
What's explicit language?
It's
Well,
language that...
it's language that very clearly defines a topic or idea. We want to avoid specifics. We want to have very general talk.
The main thing for tonight is we want ambiguity.
That's right.
Ambiguity in everything that we're doing.
So, can we expand jobs to vocation and avocation?
Yeah, so like if you were learning to do a job or you were at a school or something, any kind of crazy stories that you have that are work-related, so long as they don't end up with someone dead, probably. That's another thing. We're setting up all these rules. It doesn't matter. Like, if you call in with something hilarious and you can make sure that no one specific gets named, we'll be happy to hear you.
Now, John, as not Barbara Walters, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would you consider this a job?
No. This is too much fun to be a job, right? I mean, like,
Oh, I completely agree.
also, we're not getting paid.
That's true.
I'm in debt because of this job.
Do you need to be paid for it to be considered a job?
Nah, not really, I don't think.
What do you say to the interns of the world who aren't getting paid to do a lot of work?
Yeah, you guys should probably get on that and get some money. Because that seems unfair. But I never had an unpaid internship. I only ever worked paid jobs for money. 'Cause I roll like that.
Same here. I don't think I've ever worked for free.
I mean, I work for free a lot, but, not for a profession. I think it's silly. Yeah. Some of the jobs I've had, I used to work in college, I worked as a projectionist. And that was probably one of the worst jobs on campus because it was pretty high paying, but the work wasn't that frequent. But like I would show up to work, and the first thing you have to do when you get a film is you got to unravel it. It comes in canisters, and you got to unravel it, and you got to load it onto a big platter. It comes in like 6 or 7 canisters, and that's a different part of the film. And the first time I ever did this, the guy, I don't remember his name. Well, I remember his name, but I'm not going to say it. It was a really funny name, but he claimed that if anyone knew his real name, the government in the country he came from would hunt him down and kill him. I don't know if that's true.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah, it was Rumpelstiltskin. Thank you, Vince. Rumpelstiltskin, if you're watching, please run, go hide, stay safe, all that stuff. Anyway, so like he showed up, he was watching a movie on his laptop or something, and he loaded up the canisters like completely out of order. He'd gotten the first one right, but then the second one he'd loaded up the credits, but he wasn't paying attention. And he didn't, like, when you load everything up, you got to preview it to make sure you put everything in the right order. He clearly didn't do that.
So about 20 minutes into the movie, the credits rolled?
Yeah, and like that's happened during a showing, like the showing before me, and like the guy showing it didn't notice. So like they got a really nice sort of William S. Burroughs type interpretation of what was the name of the movie? What was the movie? Oh, no.
And?
The Holy Grail.
Oh.
Wasn't that? Oh,
Wasn't
God.
that
I don't remember.
Star Wars Episode 1?
It was some movie that was like really something or other. I don't remember.
A film.
Yeah, but that was my first day on the job. I had to go out to an audience of like drunk college students and say, "Hey, this movie you kind of wanted to see isn't happening," and then I had to unravel all this tangled up film, and I ended up having to throw it down the stairs because gravity was gonna unravel it for us.
Now, when you say throw it down the stairs, you mean hang it over a staircase, not literally toss it down a staircase.
No,
right?
I mean we literally took a pile of film about this big, like it was multiple armfuls, and we just took turns tossing it down the stairs and then kicking it to help it go down. And
how was the image quality after you spliced it up properly?
Probably not very good. Actually, film's pretty resilient stuff. Like it's really strong, and it's designed to be rough because it's exposed to like massive levels of heat.
Right.
I mean,
and multiple viewings, and it's always moving.
Yeah.
What is it? It's the little gears with notches that move.
A lot of critics.
That's
Yeah. A lot of critics, and like Sibo said, that then the comment went absolutely nowhere. But one time
I enjoyed it.
One time I walked in, and like there was a small fire in the booth that hadn't been attended to.
And there was nobody there?
There was no one there. There were people in the audience who were like wondering, why does it smell smoky in here? But like what happened was, if you pull the film, if you don't wind the film up properly, it'll get stuck against the light, and that light is incredibly hot, and it set the film on fire. And then the person like, I guess, tried to put it out a little bit and then just bailed because they thought that his life was in danger. So that ended up not getting put out, and I made $20 that day.
Extinguishing a fire? Wow.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I didn't extinguish the fire. I wasn't going to do that.
You just left it there.
I made $20 that day essentially for doing nothing because like I reported I reported that I'd shown the film because I needed money. But yeah, I left. I think the fire did go out. It was The Last King of Scotland. So yeah, I apologize to all the students at Grinnell who never got to watch The King of Scotland. I think The Departed was the one that got screwed up really badly a bunch of times. Like, I think we tried to show it multiple times and it never worked at any time. Oh God, this is all sorts of stuff that went wrong. and blew up in my face. And it was fun because it was, once I actually got it working, it was like the easiest job on campus. And then I got a job teaching German, which was, you know, that wasn't a bad job or an interesting job. It was just a job. Just jobbing.
Fascinating.
Yeah, not really.
That I meant to indicate exactly how not fascinating it was by saying fascinating.
Yeah.
It's this new concept called
Lying?
Sarcasm.
sarcasm. That's it.
Sarcasm? Do we
See,
invi-
that's,
Am I saying it right?
are we paying
the chasm
Frolic
of
for
Sar?
these ship-ins?
No.
Because- oh,
We should pay for all.
get a job.
I
Yeah.
have one.
Oh, okay.
I have a job. A big boy job.
You want to talk
really?
about it?
You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Well, I'm an engineer.
Okay.
Ooh.
You got any
Drives
crazy,
trains.
I drive trains
like,
up and down buildings.
through up and down buildings? So, like, did you break the buildings?
I just drive them up and down buildings.
I feel like that would shatter the glass
So, you,
and
so
kill lots of people.
Glass is engineered.
I don't understand what the trains, they're like the dentist's office that we used to have, like a little train that would go through all of the rooms.
what
They
I
go like
drive.
through the whole mall. You remember those?
Oh wow.
That's my job.
That's your job?
That's what I drive.
You're the dentist office train engineer?
Dentist office train engineer.
Fantastic.
Engineer, it's called.
So, like, who's your craziest coworker at the dental train engineer? I wasn't paying attention.
Probably the canine conductor.
The canine conductor.
That guy really gets under my skin. Let me tell you.
Oh no, I spilled water.
He barks at my ear all day with like.
I asked him how his day was. He only said one word.
Rough.
That's right.
Yeah. He was having a bad day that day.
That was
He
terrible.
was having a bad day that day.
There's a song, I Had a Bad Day. What was it? It's a terrible song, but
That's the song. Yeah, you're right. That's all we can afford.
Yep.
Right there.
that's all anyone should be able to remember, frankly. All right, if you want to call in about your job, your crazy job, 713-807-1794. That's 713-807-1794. You can also tweet at us at Space City Chronicles. We won't respond because we're on TV and we can't answer your Twitter questions. But if you want to just tweet at us, we'll do it. We'll get all that Twitter on. Yeah, I
Hey,
told.
we'll feature those tweets on next week's show.
Yeah, sure. We'll print them out
That's right.
and we'll read them aloud.
Can we display him on the screen?
Yeah, but what's the fun in that?
A segment called Last Week's Tweets.
Because then
That's
the
great.
viewers can read the text while we're reading them.
Do you have a jingle for last week's tweets?
Do I have a jingle?
Yeah,
We
let's
have
do
a jingle. It
Uh,
goes.
something like
Who's got one?
this.
It goes. Tweet, 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 tweet at us today. Tweet, 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 tweet. Please tweet at us.
And you'll-
sometime. It's in the workings. I'm not.
Wonderful.
I would throw in something about reading it a week later.
Yeah. Tweet
No, that makes no
next
sense.
week.
I think 'cause-
Well, does anything make sense?
not on this show.
Stop making sense.
Stop making sense.
I
What is-
just told him about my job as an engineer,
Yeah,
being up buildings,
and destroying window panes. Apparently.
who has a pretty rough day.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Poor dog. Poor canine conductor.
But what do you actually do?
I am an engineer.
Well, yes, but what do you do?
I'm an air conditioning engineer.
Ah.
Called HVAC.
Exciting.
That's what it stands for. I just do it. But,
Hive
Piping.
Vacuum Association Committee.
Something like that.
You work in what now?
Heating, air conditioning, cooling.
Heating, venting,
Ventilation.
air conditioning. Yeah.
I should know what this stands for.
There was an Archon community about hanging out and working on air conditioning repair. Is that the same thing?
No. I
Okay.
design this stuff.
Oh,
I
that's
design
that's
it,
less
test it,
exciting to me
go
somehow.
Make sure that it's installed right.
All right, that's less exciting to me somehow.
It's in hospitals.
Okay.
Like,
Do you ever crawl around in the ventilation shafts?
they're pretty small. You can't get far in them.
Do you ever-
Who are
you
you
ever-
avoiding when you do this?
Do you ever light like a light?
No.
Like
Actually, John, as Dr. No.
Doctor knows.
He knows.
He doesn't know.
I don't.
Thought he-
I don't know, man.
Well, I do that during the week, which is a cool job, you know. I get to use my engineering knowledge that I learned in Coolidge.
And Coolidge.
But
Oh.
as Ryan, and at his job, one of his jobs, I actually don't know what you do.
You don't know what I do?
I know you teach music, which I teach music too on Saturdays.
He also has a mustache class, I think. Weekend.
Indeed. It's
You're not doing good enough then.
it's a very exclusive club just because nobody really has the patience to get to it, but I heard did you hear that weird noise?
Yeah, caller, you're on the air.
Hello, hello.
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 What's up, caller?
I had a job, man.
You had a job.
I had it.
You
Had it?
and I lost it.
You lost it? What job did you
Where
lose
did
and
it
how?
go?
I tried being a DJ.
Wait, where did you try to be a DJ?
I think that part has to be anonymous.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough.
Was it? Can you say like if it was like as a career or at like working for a specific place?
No, it was like a intro to radio thing where they'd let you go on the air on your own time at a college.
Okay.
And it didn't turn out too good, man.
Well, what went wrong?
Yeah. What did you do?
Tell us about it.
Well, I had this job as a radio DJ, and
Right.
they had a lot of set rules. Like, you're not allowed to do anything funny, and you had to play the music that they selected. And one day, I pretty much just said to hell with all of that, and I decided to flow on the air.
Yes.
And not only that, I was the only person at the radio station because the only way they'd let me do this is if I did it at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning when there's nobody listening to the radio because, of course, everybody's in church. Everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah, I wasn't.
I'm
fairly
most
certain of
certainly
that.
wasn't.
You might have heard me then, man. You might know this.
Well, I mean, if you were local, we might have heard you. But I'm going to tell you, the reason I'm not in church on Sundays at 8 is because I'm usually asleep, dude.
That's right.
So there's no way I would have heard you.
Now, let me tell me a little bit more about your flow.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear about your flow.
Yeah, that's I think the big meat of this story is the flow.
Really
What
was
happened?
a stream of consciousness flow, and that's not even the full meat. You see, what really was the problem was that the radio software that the station used, it like told you like when breaks were coming up, how many songs it would play before you'd have a break.
Okay.
And I timed it completely wrong, and for some reason they had this really crappy microwave at the studio that's like right around the corner from the DJ booth.
Okay.
And being 8 in the morning, I of course needed my Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
No arguments
didn't
there,
have
bro.
a timer on it. You just press go. And so as I pressed go, I heard the buzz go off at like, hey, you have 5 seconds because you're about to go on the air. So I ran around the corner and I started doing my bit, which is a horrible flow. I'm white as hell. I can't rap or anything. I just wanted to be funny. And about 30 seconds into it, like I start smelling something, but I kept going anyway. About a minute and a half into it, like I started seeing like smoke come under the door. And about 3 minutes into it, the fire alarm's going off. I'm still on the air with the fire alarm going off.
That's dedication. You should have been fired for that.
Up to the radio station.
You were willing to risk life and limb for a crappy slot on college radio. That is dedication to an art form, sir.
Caller, I
That's what I
admire.
thought too, man. They didn't see it that way.
Did you unwrap your Pop-Tarts? It's in a foil bag, you know.
No, I mean, I wasn't totally on the game that day for sure, but I at least knew to unwrap my Pop-Tart.
Okay, well that's
Come on,
good.
I'm in a Texas
At least something was
university.
learned in college.
Okay. Oh my God. So.
The greatest thing is this isn't the first time I've heard this story.
Oh jeez. Okay.
I think I know the caller.
Well, let's not say who it is because we don't want to incriminate. Like, I don't know if he wants his identity being known.
Because if we find out, everyone will storm his building looking for handouts of flow.
Yeah.
And I don't think we
No,
can.
It's one of my coworkers. It's the dog conductor.
Oh, the dog
Oh, the
conductor's
canine
calling in.
Canine conductor, is that you?
K9.
No.
No. All right.
Brother.
We got. This has been a great story, and I was wondering before we let you go, can we get us a sample of some of that wonderful white boy flow?
Yeah, I'd love to. Hang on, let me go in my flow chamber real quick. It's just
All right.
right
Do you
around
need
the
a beat or something? Can we provide that? We got Frolic here. They can provide a beat for you.
You know, the coolest thing is that it's going to be like a second delay anyway, so it's going to make it even worse. But it's not
Nice.
actually
No, it's gonna make it so much better. All right.
Let's try it.
All
I'm
right.
already
I'm
grooving.
gonna count you guys in.
Let's see.
Okay. 1,
All right, beat
2, 3, 4, go. Hit that white boy flow. Go.
Yo, my brother got a phone of no. I don't know what to say. But it's on a radio station. I don't know what to say. Cause I got the fire and the fire truck showed up and I got fired the next day. didn't laugh.
All right.
I think that was so inspired.
Cut it.
Are you Les Claypool?
That was caller. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for calling in.
I thank y'all. The show is great. It's my favorite.
All right, we gotta let you go. Call in again with some more flow anytime you want. We got another caller on the line. Caller, you're on the line. Caller, you're on the air.
John, it's Sam.
Hey, dude.
Wait, we're not supposed to know names.
Well, no, Sam wants his name known. Sam's fine with that.
I really don't care.
We're not gonna say his last name.
No.
All right.
But so can I just start now?
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yes.
Sam. Go ahead.
Commence the job story.
Come here, it's the
All right.
jiggling.
All right, so I walk by. I work in a call center. I'm
Yeah.
a supervisor at a call center. That's as much as I'll go into what I do.
Okay.
I walked by a gentleman's desk one Sunday afternoon, and he's asleep. And
Wait.
he's been asleep so long that his computer is like the screen's started power saving. That's how long this guy's been asleep.
Wait. So wait, he just fell asleep at his post, just like.
He just fell asleep. And he's in a very high volume job. He just fell asleep.
Wait, was he on the was he on the phone?
He
when
was.
fell?
Yeah, absolutely. He was on the phone.
Wait, so he was calling okay, so how does he have to dial?
No, he was sitting. I found out he had been asleep for so long because his call had been idle for 17 minutes. So
Okay. So it wasn't
add the 1 minute that person heard his awful snoring. That was an 18-minute call. So I was like, I told him, I was like, sorry, employee. I almost used his name.
Yeah, no other people's names.
No, not yet. And I was just like, hey, you gotta go home, man. You've been asleep for 18 minutes. And maybe because he was probably still asleep or probably high, he seemed pretty cool with that. That's where the first part of the story ends.
I guess he would have to be cool with it if he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fall asleep at my desk.
Nope. Don't speak too soon, John. Do not speak too soon.
Okay.
This gentleman comes in on the Thursday to pick up his paycheck, and he says, it's kind of blank backwards how y'all fired me.
What?
And my boss just told me, employee, you were asleep at your desk for 18 minutes. I can't have you here doing that. But I told my supervisor I had a headache. That was his go-to, gonna change everyone's mind defense. But I had a headache. And I told my supervisor I had a headache.
Okay.
That was his silver bullet.
His headache. So you fired this poor man for having headaches? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of operation I'm at.
Unethical,
Yeah.
to say the least.
All right. This company, we're gonna have to sue this company on behalf of this young man who fell asleep.
You're probably gonna take that pro bono, just
Yeah,
a hunch.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at lawyering too.
That's another job that John doesn't have.
Nope, don't have that job.
You can't go aggro on an unsuspecting opposing attorney. I think that's against the law. That's against their rule.
I
They
don't
don't
know
do
if I
that
would
kind of
go
thing.
that. I don't know if I'd do that, dude.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sam. That was an enjoyable call. But probably not so enjoyable for you, I guess. It's probably stressful to walk around and see what...
No, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious.
All right. Yeah, whatever. Whatever I was saying. All right, man. We got to let you go. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right. See ya.
Have more fun at your call-in center.
Oh, yeah. Will
Goodbye.
do.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. Well, we've been talking about jobs, and one of my... I don't know if we have this queued up yet. Ed, do we have the video? Okay. No. He's waving off. So Ryan, let's talk to you because we've got all these interesting stories, and yet you sit here pretty...
That's right.
And I don't have to
handsome
reveal
one.
anything about my life, so out with it.
Out with what?
Job scenario.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Job scenario.
Give us some job stories. Job.
Jobbing.
We're all jobbing today. Jobbing.
All right. I'll
Jobbing.
shoot
be
you some
jobbing.
knowledge
We be
on
jobbing.
those jobs.
Jobbing.
Let's see. What job should we talk about?
I don't know. What's the first job that you had where you were like, what am I doing here? Why? What is this job? Why am I doing this job?
Well, as a lazy hippie, I've had jobs that I enjoyed, and I never thought, what am I doing here? That's not happened. I've based my jobs around what I enjoy, whether or not. Well, I don't know. Let me explain. My first job was at a certain large red corporation. Do you think I should go there?
Probably not.
Okay.
Ace Hardware.
He aced it.
Ace Hardware in the produce section. That's where I worked.
Yep.
And I went in. I negotiated a $7.75 an hour wage when I got hired, despite the standard wage being $7.25 at the time.
Hell yeah.
Sticking it to the
Get
man.
that dollar.
So the way this place works, they've got a sales floor with all the merchandise. They've got a deli section, a bakery section, and a produce section. Now, I had a lot of friends who worked in the department section.
Stage manager is a job I no longer have.
I feel like there's somebody is going to come by later to fix that.
Probably.
By the way,
Well, we don't know.
there may or may not be somebody who's coming by to fix.
Knowing our luck, they won't show up. This guy has hurt his little skeezy. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so I was working in the produce department. Now, the beautiful thing about this is it's fairly small and autonomous.
But you don't have to be a pro to work in produce.
That's right. People who go to a large super department store to buy produce are never picky about their produce. They're not buying a lot of different things, and they generally know where things are because it's a very small area.
Okay.
So that means that there was only really ever 2 people in that section of the store at any given time, and I was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would wake up in the morning at around 5 o'clock, get into work around 6, 2 hours before the store opened. My job included taking out the bad merchandise, restocking it with good merchandise, produce that is to say. Wake up the potatoes and the onions. I don't know if you know this, but when you close down a grocery store, you have to put the potatoes to sleep.
Do you tuck
Like-
them in?
Do you sing him a
You do tuck 'em in,
lullaby?
That's
What
right.
lullaby do you sing?
Yeah.
I sing, potato, potato, won't you lay your head on down? Potato, potato, your skin's so golden brown.
Potato. Okay, so before we get lost in a potato rant,
Well, that was the end of the song.
anyway, we're talking about jobs, and Ryan
used to
just
sing that
revealed a job that was boring.
Wait, I didn't get to tell you about the time that I cut corn for 3 hours.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm going to save you from that.
A 3-hour story.
We've got...
It took 3 hours to do it. I thought it would take 3 hours to tell it.
All right. So anyway, part of the job that we have for this show is to document the local music scene, and I have a video here that I've done that. There is a local outsider folk artist by the name of Spandek, and he's going to perform a song for us. So the problem with Spandek is that...
I've heard of this guy.
How's he
Dude.
local if he's an outsider?
Well, he's an outsider on the local scene, man. It's weird.
What?
Let me talk!
Bandit.
Anyway, dude is like, I'll be on your show, but on one condition. I won't show any skin except for the bridge of my nose because it's really hard to cover up. And I was like, well, that's weird, but okay.
It's pretty reclusive.
Yeah, and then he was like, he started putting all this stuff on, and then he started putting gloves on his hands. And I was like, dude, you can't play with gloves. He's like, no, I told you, no skin. I don't want any possibility of anyone finding anything out about me.
Except
And
for the nose.
Well, the bridge of the nose, he insists, is really unspectacular. But anyway,
If I was him, I'd put a fruit roll-up on my nose. Just lick it and just stick
it's
it.
too identifiable. Anyway, I'm going to close my crotch.
They say the nose is the bridge to the soul, though.
Shut up. That was a little aggressive. Anyway,
window.
here it is. Here's a video of Spandek performing song "Burn the Barn Down." It's a song about, I guess, burning a barn down. We got that queued up. All right, cool. Enjoy. Actually, let's leave it going throughout the show. All right, so that was Spandeck. There we go. There he is. Spandeck. He's the worst. All right. Yeah, so he refused to play with
Refuse to stop playing.
Yeah, he won't stop. Like, he can tell me he's only playing one song, but he just keeps going on. Yep, there he is. Oh, God. Barn down.
I think that nose is fake.
That might be what it is. That's why he's willing to show the nose, because he knows it's like, he knows it's not real.
Is that?
I don't like the implication that you're making. Okay, so that was Spandeck. That was enough of that, frankly. Yeah, Ryan again has disappeared. I'm getting sick of this. He just shows up kind of whenever and then wanders off. Really.
That's Ryan.
Especially, like we're talking about jobs this week, and like it's one of those things you got to take it seriously. You got to take your job seriously, and okay.
Looks like Ryan got a new job.
No, he didn't. That's not Ryan. That's I think I know who this guy is.
He's using a chicken wrench.
Hey, turn around. Oh God. Okay, I know who it is, guys. You weren't here last week, so you missed it. But we had a visit last week from a tool man. He was
I heard.
A handyman. He was fixing up this public access prison. He went by the name of Johnny Windowpane. Now,
Howdy, folks. I'm Johnny Windowpane.
I didn't think we'd ever see him again because he died.
Well, what?
But yeah, he died.
Wait.
He dead. He should be dead. I don't understand what this is. He just up and collapsed, man.
He's a pretty lively person to be dead.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's up with him, but here he is.
Now,
Zombie John.
hold on. You mind if I join you?
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna come join you. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna come join you.
They're down there
bet he
for it,
has
and I really don't have much of a
job
say.
history.
Yeah.
Hi, folks. I'm Senor Windowpane. Now, when I said Johnny Windowpane earlier, I didn't know not what I was talking about. My name is Senor Windowpane.
Okay. Is it Senor your first name?
No, it's Senor Johnny Windowpane. That's my full name.
Okay, so
I
you-
prefer to go by Senor Windowpane, though.
Okay. But last week you were Mr. Windowpane. Was
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you.
No, that wasn't me at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. That's clearly false. But
Agree to disagree.
okay.
Agree to disagree.
So Senor, what brings you about? Like, I do appreciate you putting the picture back up, but is that why you came to put up the picture?
That's exactly why I came. I got a call from the union. They told me that there was some sort of backdrop that fell down that needed some attention. And while I was back here, I noticed the work of one of my fellow handymen, of Johnny Windowpane, and I noticed his jail was still standing upright. I feel like he did his job the right way, the Windowpane way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if you heard about Johnny, but he passed out. He died.
Goodness gracious me, I did not hear about that. That is so, oh man, I am flustered to the nth degree. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, you have just ruined my night.
Well, I'm sorry, dude, but like, did you know if Johnny had any health problems or anything? Because like it seemed kind of sudden.
I believe it's the call of every Windowpane that one day he will be called to fix a higher calling.
Like the great window pane in the sky.
No, us Windowpanes don't fix Windowpanes. That's canon. You should know that.
All right, that's right. I should explain. Johnny Windowpane does basically whatever, or Senor Windowpane probably.
He's an ultra handyman. You could say. I guess you could say.
He does everything under the sun you could imagine, and he'll actually, he knows how to fix everything. He'll answer all your any questions. If anyone wants to call in 713-807-1794 and ask Johnny Windowpane some home repair questions.
Senor Windowpane.
Senor Johnny Windowpane. The only exception, oddly enough, is that he doesn't do window panes.
Yeah. Now, if there's one thing that us Windowpanes love more than fixing things, it's helping people fix things themselves.
Yeah.
So if you need any advice about your home fixing needs, please feel free to call me and ask me. Otherwise, I might just have to stay here and fix up this show.
Okay, Mr. Windowpane, what's wrong with the show, do you think?
Oh, nothing from a creative standpoint. I think it's hilarious. I
Okay.
just think that there's occasional set drop-ins.
Well, we are
jail leanings, things that I need to fix. So I just come on in and do what needs to be done before I leave.
Well, I mean, Mr. Windowpane, it's all great, but you don't understand that, we've got sort of a limited budget and time to set up the show. So I mean, you can come and fix all you want, but we can't really pay you.
That's fine. I accept payment in thanks.
Thanks. Okay.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, I don't know if I was thanking you. You guys have any questions for Johnny? Or any stories you want to tell about your own jobs?
No, but I'm interested. How did Johnny, Mr.
Senor Windowpane.
No, I'm talking about the previous one.
Oh, you're talking about previous Johnny Windowpane.
What happened to him? How did he pass?
Well, as you can see, or as you did not see because you were not here last week, he was in the middle of fixing this here jail cell, and he did a mighty fine job of it, if I do say so myself. But in the middle of it, he was applying elbow grease, and he just passed right out from sheer exhaustion. I think it might have been the joy of fixing.
Passed away in his own prison.
That's right. Well, it wasn't his prison. It was the show's prison he was fixing. It was public access prison.
Okay.
I think that's what happens to every Windowpane now that I think about it. I think the joy of fixing overwhelms the Windowpane, and he just passes right out.
His little Windowpane couldn't hold him anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, the Windowpane, it's a Windowpane, and he couldn't fix it.
Sounds like a pain.
All right, so, Johnny, your stories are interesting and rambling, and I'm sure because you're apparently going to be helping fix our show quite regularly, we'll have plenty more time in further episodes to explore the mythos and the workings and goings on of Johnny Windowpane, Senor Johnny Windowpane, and we'll learn a little bit more about the dearly departed Mr. Johnny Windowpane. But before we go into that, we want to talk about, because we've talked about all the jobs we've had, but let's talk a little bit about how to get a job. Like, what's the craziest way anyone has ever gotten a job? And if you want to call in, well, don't call in right now; it's not appropriate. But I don't know if you guys ever found. Oh, they're not paying attention to me.
Hey,
Johnny Windowpane, what's the craziest way you ever picked up work?
Well, I just come and go. I answer the call, and my work is my avocation. My vocation is my avocation. I do what I like, and I like what I do. But I think I was talking to your friend Ryan before I came in here, and I believe that he got a job simply by asking.
What I mean, like asking for a job at a place?
Oh, not that directly. He asked his friend if there was a job opening, and then a month later, his friend said, "You know what? Yeah, you should come on by." And then he got a job.
Where do you want?
Doing what?
Your friend Ryan isn't very interested, I'm sorry to say.
Okay, then Senor Windowpane, could you explain to me, have you ever had to do anything outlandish to get a contract?
Well, let me see.
Just imagine those things are pretty competitive, right? I mean, you got to go above and beyond to show how quality you are, and you've got a little bit of disadvantage because you don't do window panes.
Well, that's right, but I think you'll find that window pane repair is the easiest repair of all of the home repairs there is.
So why can't you do it?
Because I choose not to. I help those who help themselves.
I guess that's a fair enough point.
But what was the question again? I seem to have forgotten
what's
in
the
my
first,
own voice.
Like, you've obviously you're a competitive contractor. Yeah, you have to do sometimes crazy things, go a little bit above and beyond to get a hold of a contract. What's the weirdest thing you ever had to do?
Well, let's see. There was a competition of all the window panes. There was I don't know if you know this, but there's the Great Window Pane Summit every single year.
Now, is that all your relatives, or is it just all your associates, or what is that?
It's all of our associates. Now, when you take up the banner, the mantle of window pane, you're not just taking up a name, you're taking up a philosophy. So there is a group of window panes that, oddly enough, all look exactly the same. I don't know how it happens, but they all gather together every year. And now when you want to become a window pane, what you do?
Like a literal window pane or just you?
No, I'm still talking about the great window pane people. There is an organization of us bound by our joy for helping people fix their home needs. So,
Hold on, watch that window pane, John. Whoa, whoa. Hey.
What's this here?
No, wait, get back. Hey, come on. No. Whoa, you're scaring Senor Window Pane. Who are you?
Inadequate performance detected. I am Jamie.
Okay, that's a little rude. I thought this week was actually pretty good.
Error. Low synergy detected. Disregard human emotions and expedite efficiency immediately.
Well, that's not really that much of a problem.
What does that mean?
The overlords are displeased.
What?
I think it's fine, really.
Critical failure. Performance standards not achieved.
We don't have overlords.
I live to achieve. No.
Ultimatum mode.
AMI.
Termination is imminent.
He's got a weak heart. No! Senior Window Pane, no!
Error.
No! Ow, no! Senior Window Pane, you've killed him!
Error.
Terrifying robot body.
Termination.
It's gotten far too out of control. We've lost a fine man in Senior Johnny Window Pane, and now there's
Nay, I'm a horse.
there's a horse. A horse is a horse, of course. Okay, I've lost the plot here.
I'm Kim Jong-il. Do not make me dance.
We've officially transcended any sort of coherence. This is ridiculous. What on earth is... Who are you? Why did you kill my new friend, Johnny Senior Window Pane? And why are you looking at me? I'm going to punch a horse on live TV. I'm not saying I won't...
Don't punch me. I'm a horse.
But I'm not saying I won't do it. Oh, the horse talks. I didn't just now got...
Of course a horse talks.
Okay, well that's...
Have you ever met a horse that doesn't talk?
I've met several... Well, actually, you got...
That's a lie.
You bring up a good point. I haven't met that many horses.
Well, then I'm right.
And I guess the horses I have
And
met...
so is my caretaker, Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, is he here too?
He's holding me right now.
Hey, come on, man!
Error.
Come on,
Error.
Jamie! You're just knocking things over.
Error.
And I'm not gonna
Error.
stop this.
Error.
That would, I don't know. You know what?
John, as a horse, you should take more responsibility for your show.
I'm not a horse, though.
As a horse, telling you that responsibilities of the world are imminent.
I'm not feeling like my new best friend.
The crux of the matter is the horse.
I think it's time to just relax and let the chaos reign supreme. Okay, you're looking the top of my head. Okay, we're callers 713-807-1794. Maybe you guys all have a make sense of whatever is going on. I my mind. We've got Jamie, can you talk to me? What does Jamie stand for? Jamie doesn't know what Jamie stands for. Okay.
Does not compute.
Okay.
You can only ask it things that it can answer.
Simple question. So, Jamie's only function is to come in and kill.
I am supervisor mode.
Supervisor. Are you a supervisor? What is? I don't understand this.
Error.
So we're governed by robots apparently, and a robot that is obtuse and has, I guess, a set of canned responses and is stopped moving its arms and legs. And I've got a talking horse that's looming over my head. I no longer care about the horse. The horse licked my head, probably gave me some kind of disease. I'm not concerned anymore. And it is what it is. Yep. All right. So the show is. Oh, I've just been informed that we have 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
Caller, 713-807-1794. 713-807-1794. What do you want to say to this awful robot that just came in and killed everybody?
Nero appointed his horse as a general or something. That was my great-great-great-great-granddaddy.
General Jong-un? What are you talking about?
Nero, the horse.
Nero the horse? Okay.
I'll have him play music. We'll slowly devolve into
That's what Kim Jong-un, that's what I said.
I got a couple questions for you. Since Senior Window Pane is dead and has remained dead, and
All the window panes die.
Vince and Sibo have disappeared. Unless they haven't. I don't know if that's
Who?
the case. Okay, so now the robot is taking over the show.
We're gonna do like a dance party.
Thank you, robot.
So can one of you play and then
Horse, I've lost control.
Ryan?
Looks like we don't know what we're doing, but this is entirely planned. Hey, come on, leave his corpse alone. Man, Ryan's gonna be so upset. He never gets to meet Senior Windowpane ever. He never gets to do it, and he's gonna be
Should
so
be here more
sad.
often.
Gonna be so sad that he just missed the death of his friend, and I'm kicking the dead body. Jamie, what's up? Could you
What happened to my head?
take a seat on the
Where did it go? What am I doing?
I don't have a butt.
Oh my God, that's what's up your butt. You don't have a butt.
No butt for sitting.
No jewels.
Only working.
No, you gotta commit to it. Ed, come on.
Oh my God! Ryan's dead.
That's not Ryan. That's Johnny Windowpane. Come on, you remember
How do you forget about Senor Windowpane?
Johnny Windowpane's dead. He can't move his legs.
Oh my God! Johnny Windowpane is dead.
And because you're seeing Ed, no calls. Don't call in 713-807-1.
I must revive him with the magic jewels I have.
Okay, those are gonna hurt him.
He's coming back to life.
It's working! Johnny, come on!
Come on, Johnny.
Senior Windowpane!
He's back.
Senior Windowpane rises again!
Oh, what?
Senior Windowpane!
The table's over there. They're on the ground. There's stuff everywhere. This is just awful. This is just awful.
When the robot didn't hold it up, I thought
Now, the rule is
We still
of
have
improv. What is the rule of improv?
It's a miracle.
fix the robot.
Oh, yes. Okay. I understand. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Don't fix the robot.
I'll fix the robot. I got this. I got
The
this.
other rule of improv
Yo,
is
robot.
yes and, but I
come
refuse,
over
I
here.
steadfastly refuse to adhere to that principle.
Robot.
I like to know, but
I'm here to understand you. Your name is Jamie, right?
Correct.
Oh, is that a new word that we've heard from Jamie?
probably.
Oh, fantastic. Now, Jamie, what I'm going to do here with this here robot fixer is I'm going to make a couple of weird bleep bloop noises right at you. I'm going to do it in there, over there, and on top of there. Now,
That makes Jamie uncomfortable.
Jamie, this is an audit
Is this legal?
solution. I'm going to make a series of sounds which will resonate with your inner programming and enable you to
I don't
function
like it when you
properly.
talk about my internal programming.
Oh, my apologies. I thought I don't know what I thought.
Whoa, bro.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Senor Windowpane.
Senor Windowpane has clearly crossed the line. Senor Windowpane is going to retract his solution, and Senor Windowpane would like to find just the way you are, Jamie.
It's like he killed you.
Thank you.
Senor Windowpane forgives you, even though he is undead. His quest for vengeance will not start with you. It will start.
We'll start with fixing this table, won't it?
It will indeed start with fixing the
Handyman
table.
on set. We should, you have the table fixed.
Oh wait, hold on. Now, I'm a fixer of props. I am a fixer of fixing. But you know what else I'm a fixer? Well, that too. But we'll get to that later. I am a fixer of atmosphere, and I think there is only one way to fix this atmosphere. Do you know what it is?
Oh, yes, of course.
Now that solution is dance party.
I got a phone on my nipple.
Well, thank you very much for joining us this time at Space City Chronicles. We've enjoyed you having here. That didn't run, but it seems like it is okay today. John, get out of my way. You're blocking my scene, I don't appreciate that.
Hey guy, who had the flow? Call back in and give us your flow on the stand. Talk for a while, like back about our jobs. We got senior window pane back, and we got all sorts of stuff. We got.
It's been a miraculous show.
Yeah, it's been a good show. Let's speaking of jobs, let's do a job like an exit interview for the show, like how it went. Let's talk to senior window pane.
Yes.
What's like the best thing that you learned from this job?
Well, I'm not Barbara Walters, but I'll try my best anyway. This particular job you asked me about?
Yeah, so like I think I want to hire you as a permanent, semi-permanent contractor for the show, but I got a couple of questions. And they do pertain a little bit to your past work history and your ability to do your work. And my first question is, are you in fact a bunch of different people?
I told you that before. There are many window panes.
Are they all named Johnny?
They're all named Johnny, but they all have different surnames. No, that's not the right word. What's the word for a prefix for a name?
A prefix, an honorific.
Honorific. They all have different honorifics.
Okay.
Now there's Johnny Windowpane. He's just plain Windowpane.
What does he do?
Rest his soul.
Oh, he's the dead guy.
Now the interesting is I'm the first undead Windowpane there ever has been. Every other windowpane dies when his job on this earth has been completed. So I don't know really what to do with myself because no job will ever complete my mission.
Well,
so, I don't know what to do. But to answer your question more fully,
this show needs plenty of work.
There's also hair windowpane. There's also magistra windowpane. That one's Latin. There's
what does he do?
She.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She fixes all of the Roman portraits in the Latin classroom. She's not actually a teacher. She doesn't teach Latin. She just fixes the things in the Latin classroom.
I know for a fact if she did that without permission, she'd get arrested. So she's probably in jail.
Public access jail? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a regular jail.
All right.
Now, if I'm not most mistaken, I believe that's all the time we have left here on Space City.
Hey, whoa, hold on. That's my job, Mr. Windowpane.
Hey, I think I deserve this one. You revived me from the undead. Thank you to everybody who called in.
Space City Chronicles. Call in next week, and our topic will be, we don't know yet. We're not sure, but call in 713-807. Don't call in anymore because the show's over.
Thanks to Jamie the Robot. Thanks to Frolic. Thanks to Ryan.
I'm not sure I like Jamie.
Thank you to
kill my friends.
Thank you to not Barbara Walters. Thanks to
anybody sees Ryan, please give him tell him to stick around. Oh wait, Senior Windowpane is gone. Hold on. Senior Windowpane, wherefore art thou, Senior Windowpane? Ryan, dude, you gotta quit bailing on this. Like,
What happened here?
You gotta quit, like, everything.
I come back 15 seconds before the show, and it is just in tatters.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, like, I think a lot of the reasons...
Ah! A robot!
Yeah, we've been over that. Everyone's cool with the robot. Oh, jeez. You killed Ryan. Are you happy, Jamie? Jamie's...
Thank you very much. That was great.
That actually was a good goddamn show.
But we're not on the air.
Ooh, I need your love, baby.
Wait, are we?